Sometimes we have to go through the absolute worst to become our best. I've always believed in God, but I haven't always lived for Him. I grew up in a Methodist church, and as a kid it was fun, but as I grow older it seemed more like a habit I had to keep doing. I wasn't seeking a relationship with Him. As the years went by, I eventually got caught up doing drugs and other sinful things that I'm not proud of. I wasn't praying. I wasn't talking to God. I knew He was still there, but I didn't pay Him any attention. None at all. It was all about my next high. That's where I found my joy. I got so caught up and bad off that my father bought me a one-way plane ticket over 3,000 miles away to get sober. I knew people were praying for me during my journey to sobriety, but I still wasn't praying. I still wasn't talking. And I still didn't have a true relationship with God. Within a few months, I was doing better. Then, I relapsed. I met my fiance and got pregnant with my first son. I stayed sober, but the thought of the drug was still in my mind. I missed it. I missed the joy the drug gave me. A few months after my first son was born, I relapsed again. This time would be the last. The joy turned into my worst nightmare. The drug caused me to go psychotic. I felt as if I was being possessed, and while some may say it was just the drug, I know truly in my heart that it was something much more real than that. I remember feeling a scratch on my back. I remember how dry my mouth got. I remember trying to take a sip of water to get rid of the dryness I've never felt before, then unwillingly crushing and throwing the water bottle down. I remember immediately after that looking up at my friend and in a deep voice, which wasn't my own, saying, "Pray for me." The most terrifying day I lived turned into the day I remembered God. The day I remembered Jesus. I started praying without ceasing for the first time in a long time. I went through days of torment. I was in a powerful spiritual warfare. The devil kept playing with my mind for days, months, and even years. But I knew God was still with me. I prayed a prayer one day, the full armor of God. Once I finished the prayer, I smelt the most beautiful smell I ever have. It was a smell of fresh flowers all around me. I knew in that exact moment that it was God. He was with me in my torment. Even after neglecting Him, when I forgot about Him, He never forgot about me because I have always been His child. A few months later, I moved back home with my fiance and son. I'm better now. My family is better now. He just blessed me with my second son. I pray every day. I speak to God every day. I'm still learning and still searching for Him. I hear His voice and keep trying to hear more of it. I still make mistakes. I still have anxiety. I'm only human. But I'm striving to get a closer relationship with God every day. I'm happy and proud to say that it's working. God is working in my life. God is my true joy. He is joy. Thanks be to God for blessing me with my family. Thanks be to God for not forgetting about me. Thanks be to God for keeping His promises. Thanks be to God for my sobriety. Thanks be to God.